Hello to all my lively ladies. You're very welcome to today's post-workout stretch, and this will really help to improve your posture and your flexibility. Okay, let's get started. If you've just come straight from a workout, we won't delay. We'll get straight into the stretches. If you're here just for an active rest day, I might encourage you just to do maybe 5 minutes of warm-up, just get a little bit of blood circulating around your body before you take yourself into some stretches. I'm going to use a chair now, so if you want to grab a chair, have it handy, and a mat or a towel if you're on a hard surface on the floor. Right, let's get into it. Now we're going to start with our stretch for our back muscles, our latissimus dorsi. So just gently pressing your hands on the chair here. Step back a little bit so that your arms come into a nice long position. Okay, and you can feel the muscles all along from your armpit right down to your hip starting to relax and stretch out. You can push the chair forward so that that will increase the stretch a little bit for you. Keep your hips square and facing the floor and your neck relaxed. And you can hold these stretches for up to 30 seconds, up to even a minute if you have the time. You can pause the video and bring it up to about a minute. That's good. Push the chair away a little bit more. So once you feel that tension wearing off, you can increase the stretch by just lengthening out the body a little bit more. That's good. And then come up out of it. Now, while we have the chair, just make it nice and easy for ourselves. Let's do a calf stretch. And again, you can push that chair away if you want to increase the stretch a little bit. You can also do this stretch up against a wall. It's nice, just pushing the wall away. Now feel that stretch building up there in the belly of the muscle. It's the lower part of your leg, your calf muscle. And hopefully that tension will wear off. And when it does, you can push that chair away and increase that stretch, or you can step back a little further, and that really lengthens out the muscle. Make sure the toes are facing to the front, that they're not pointing out left or right, so facing 12 o'clock. Let's switch around, line up the feet, step back with the other leg. Again, watch the toes now are both facing up to 12 o'clock. Hold that chair, or go to a wall if you prefer. Now I'm going to head down to the mat next, and I'm going to do a stretch called Baby in the Crib stretch. It's lovely. Again, it's for the calf muscle. You might get a little bit into the hamstring. Then we'll head into the hamstrings while we're down there. Feeling that tension wearing off now. Let's ease up out of that stretch. Okay, down we go now. Okay, so I'll actually go this way. Okay, so bring your legs up and just grasp your toes a little bit. A little bit easier to do a footwear on this particular stretch, so you're not squashing your toes. Just a little tip there. Relax your neck, look between your legs. Don't be hyperextending your head. Straighten your legs if you can. They don't have to be completely straight, and you can just feel it in the back here, a little bit into the hamstrings as well. So if you're not aware of where your hamstrings are, they're just the back of your legs. Whoa, feeling that in the calf muscles. That feels nice. Make sure your head stays relaxed. Good. If you have a little pillow around handy, you can lie your head down, and we'll stretch out the hamstrings. Okay, so again, gently pulling. You can bring your head up. I find it if I bring my head up, if I just get into a better stretch. But if you really need to rest your neck down, just make sure you have a pillow underneath you. And gently draw that leg towards your body. Try and lengthen out your leg there. That feels good. And let's switch around. And you can always repeat these. Relax the muscle. Go to the other side and then repeat it again. If you look your head between your legs here, it just takes that pressure off the neck. It stops that tension building up in the neck. Let your chin be close to your chest. Good. So you should be able to fit your fist under there, so you're not cramming your chin on your chest. but you're not overly extending your neck muscles by looking up at the ceiling either. And relax that down. And we repeat it again the other side. You might get a little further the second time. Again, watch that neck position. And you can just gently bring that leg a little closer. So we're just looking for stretching to the point of mild tension. We're not looking for the leg to be quivering or shaking all over the place. You've probably gone a little bit too far if you're doing that. Other side. We'd head into a torso stretch now, any second. Okay, relax that down. Now reach those hands. You can relax your neck here a little bit. You may have built up, you may have built up a little bit of tension there with the hamstrings. So reach those hands right up behind you and point those toes away and enjoy this lovely, lovely torso stretch. Keep breathing, take some air in. And breathe it out. Feels really nice. Now bend your knee, second leg, and we'll just bend over to one side. And you can bend your torso to the opposite side to the legs. And again, just using your hands here, gently grasp your hand or your wrist there and pull in the opposite direction to your leg. And you'll feel a lovely stretch for your abdominals and your oblique muscle group as well. And go back to the middle. And then change to the other side. Nice and slow and controlled. Gently pulling on the wrist there, not too hard. And look your head in the direction of your hands, so look away. So you increase that stretch a little bit more. Feels really, really nice. And then back to the middle. Lengthen the legs again and do that full body stretch for me. And if you actually grasp something here with the stretch, even a heavy dumbbell, you'll increase the stretch even further because you're giving your body something to work against a resistance. And come out of that, well done. And then we'll head over into a quad stretch. Just come up onto your side. You can do this quadricep standing as well. So we're just gently grasping the foot and bringing the leg, bringing the heel up towards the bottom as you would in a standing position. Tilt the pelvis. This one's going to be tricky now. You have to tilt the pelvis a little bit. So just bringing the pelvis up towards you, I can feel lengthening coming into the muscle. Feels nice. So it is a posterior tilt, but in this position it's a little bit tricky to explain it. You still have to tilt the water out behind you like you do when you're in your standing stretch. So just imagine your pelvis is like a bucket. It's full to the top with water. You tilt that water out behind you and you'll feel actually instantly what a lovely stretch that comes into your quadricep there. Switch around and get into position first. And then do that little tilt of the pelvis. It's much easier to show that in a standing position. That's good. Feeling really nice here. Try and get your heel a little closer. Just again, once that tension wears off, get the heel a little bit closer. Very good. And again, you can pause the video and repeat this. Go back to the first leg. Repeat it again. Now we're into our 90-degree hip stretch. This is a lovely stretch with the hip. It is so simple. Okay, just straddling the knees here. You can put your hands on the floor there. Bend forward a little bit. You may feel the stretch increase in around your groin area here. Feels lovely. This is a wonderful way to sit at intervals throughout the day. Just come out of the chairs, get down on the floor, open up the hips here. Stretch out the groin and switch sides. Keep your hips healthy. So simple, but so effective. That's great. And just hold it, keep breathing. And again, I'd encourage you to hold this for about up to 30 seconds and just repeat it a few times. We'll head into the hip flexor. Now, while we have the mat, with one foot in front, just make sure your leg here is supported. Okay, and then just lunge forward. You can reach up here now and really get a good stretch for the shoulders, and the trunk feels good. Push forward. Well done. That feels really nice. And let's switch sides. So just support the knee on the mat. Doesn't matter if the other foot comes off. Lunge forward. There we go. Reach up and feel that lovely stretch here at the front of the leg and into the hip flexor. And you can see, just repeating this particular cool down a few times a week, you're going to hit a lot of major muscle groups. You'll work on posture muscles and those big muscles in the lower half. You'll get a great stretch. Doesn't take long. You can see already that we've got through that really, really quickly. So keep working on your flexibility. I'll add this to my cool down playlist, and you can mix and match with all the cool downs that are there waiting for you. Thanks for joining me today, and well done for spending time on your flexibility and your mobility. You did a great job. See you in the next one. See you soon.